Hi, I'm Azad, and I'm going to play a few songs, and I wrote some of them, and some of them I just like. And I'll start off with a song that I wrote. Some of these songs that I wrote are maybe a little bit kind of out of date because they were from early COVID, when everyone's just getting ready for the imminent apocalypse and the world is definitely about to end. And at that time I was, I had a living situation that I was like, I can't ride out the end of the world like this. And I put basically everything I figured I needed for the rest of my life into my truck, and I just went out into the desert and was just out there until I started going insane. So that was actually I guess a creatively productive time for me. But I'll start playing. Let's see. This is like a riff on an old song, Said, I don't care if it rains or freezes, long as I got plastic Jesus sitting on the dashboard of my car. Cast in resin, eyes upturned, his hair grown long, his face sunburned. I keep him with me when I travel far. Plastic Jesus, shelter me from strange diseases, shield me from encounters with the law. Tell me please it wasn't wrong when I gave her one last hug to Mom before I headed out there on the road. Well, in trying times like those we face, it's hard to know just where to put your faith. It could seem sometimes like any old place might do. Some folks still trust the government, some trust only cold hard science, but plastic Jesus, all my faith's in you. Plastic Jesus, shelter me from strange diseases, shield me from encounters with the law. Walk me now through times of plague, it's such a pity, such a drag, but keep folks acting civil if you can. 100 mile an hour, that ain't scary, when I got the Virgin Mary telling me no harm will come to me. See, I don't know what you've been told, but my old truck moves pretty slow and it's just fine. Got no place to be. Virgin Mary, you hold this truck together. Barely. Seems I've got to fix it every day. Well, keep them bolts where they belong, keep that motor firing strong, and keep that old transmission shifting smooth. Plastic Jesus, shelter me from strange diseases, shield me from encounters with the law. Help me keep my sanity, 'cause out here ain't no one but me and plastic Jesus and the radio. Plastic Jesus, shelter me from strange diseases, shield me from encounters with the law. I think we're gonna make it through, buddy. Plastic Jesus, just me and you, and whatever comes on in on the radio. Whatever comes on in on the radio. This is a Woody Guthrie song, old one that I really like. Yeah. Let's see. It goes like this. Well, the crops are all in, and the peaches are rotting. The oranges all piled in their creosote dumps. They're flying you back to the Mexico border to pay all your money to wade back again. Well, my father's own father, he waded that river. They took every dollar he made in his life. My brothers and sisters all worked in the orchards. They rode the big trucks till they lay down and died. Goodbye to my Juan, goodbye Rosalita. Adios mis amigos, Jesus y Maria. You won't have a name when you ride the big airplane. No, all they will call you will be deportee. Tantos años cruzando ese río, haciendo la lucha por algo mejor. Ayer no ofreció ni pan ni dinero, adelante la pena, pero algo mejor. No somos ladrones, mareros, bandidos, porque los gobiernos nos traten así. La migra nos sigue por montaña y desierto. También el coyote quiere su deber. Adiós, adiós a mi Juan, adiós a María, adiós mis amigos Jesús y María. Les quitan los nombres, ni mujeres ni hombres. Deportados los mandan después de servir. Well, the sky plane caught fire over Los Gatos Canyon, a fireball of lightning that shook all our hills. Who are these, my friends, who are scattered like dry leaves? The radio says you are just deportees. Is this the best way we can grow our big orchards? Is this the best way we can grow our good fruit? To fall down from heaven and be scattered like dry leaves and be known by no name except deportee. Goodbye to my Juan, goodbye Rosalita. Adiós mis amigos Jesús y María. You won't have a name when you ride the big airplane. No, all they will call you will be deportee. You know, this song is by Roger Miller, and it's about the Mississippi River, and it's Yeah, it seems topical, I imagine. Yeah. All right. River in the rain. Sometimes at night you look like a long white train, winding you way away somewhere. River, I love you, don't you care? River, if you're on the run, searching for some place you can see the sun, know whether the sunshine, whether the rain. River, I love you just the same. Then sometimes in a time of trouble, when you're out of hand and your muddy bubbles roll across my floor, carry off the things I treasure, where there ain't no way to measure why I love you more than I did the day before. River in the rain. Sometimes at night you look like a long white train, winding you way away from me. River, I've never seen the sea. All right. This next song, I wrote it at the time of... This song, I wrote it at like... kind of like the time of like ultimate COVID panic, you know what I mean? Where it's just like I'm out in the desert, I'm listening to the radio, and they're talking about freezer trucks full of bodies in New York and stuff, and they result, talking about all kinds of stuff on the radio. And that's what I was listening to, and this song was very hard for me to actually learn to play, despite having written it myself. So this is the first time I've ever played it for like an audience without reading it out of a notebook. I was trying really hard to learn it, so hopefully I won't mess it up. And it's kind of a hardcore punk song, so if you don't like that, bear with me, because it will go back to like stuff that's not that in a second, Let's see. Yeah, let's see here. It's like... "20 feet is a long, long way to fall when you're landing head first on your skull. 19, that ain't so long to live, but it's far too long to live like this. I gotta climb and climb and climb and climb that wall. I gotta climb and climb and climb and climb that wall. I gotta climb and climb and climb and climb that wall. I gotta climb and climb and climb and climb that wall. Maria was 19 years old. She made a choice. She subjected herself to unthinkable danger, risk of death, starvation, exposure, thirst, the predations of men, border agents and coyotes. She braved the guns and dogs. She had to. She had no choice. She needed a future, not just for her, but for the child she carried inside of her. I'm gonna climb, gonna climb, gonna climb, gonna climb that wall. I'm gonna climb, gonna climb, gonna climb, gonna climb that wall. I gotta climb, gonna climb, gonna climb, gonna climb that wall. I gotta climb, gonna climb, gonna climb, gonna climb that wall. Maria climbed and climbed and climbed and climbed to the top of that wall, and when she reached the top, she fell down, down, down the other side. And, oh, every single human life is so precious. Every little human life, so precious. Every single little human life is so precious. Every little human life is so precious. Every single human life, so precious. Every little human life, so precious. Every single human life is so precious. Every single human life is so precious. Oh, they're taking them away right now. They're taking them away. They're taking all the old folks to the hospital, and they're hooking them up to machines. They're putting them down with drugs so they won't wake up, and they're sticking tubes down their throats. They're gonna leave them like that for 3 weeks. The machines aren't gonna help them. The machines aren't gonna save their lives. They're taking all the medicine from the people with lupus, and they're giving it to the people with the virus, and it's giving them heart attacks. This is a priority. We gotta save every precious life. Oh, they say we got no masks. They say we got no beds. They say we got no gowns. If you want an abortion, you gotta wait. You gotta wait. We're trying to save precious lives here. Why don't you come back later? Why don't you try again in 9 months? Every single human life is so precious. Every little human life, it's so precious. Every single human life, so precious. Every little human life is so precious. Every single human life, so precious. Every little human life is so precious. So every little human life is so precious. Every single human life is so precious. There's 10,000 people locked up on Rikers Island. 10,000 precious human lives locked up on Rikers Island. 85% of them are awaiting trial. The courts are shut down because justice can wait. If you believe in that sort of thing. I'm gonna climb, gonna climb, gonna climb that wall. I gotta climb, gonna climb, gonna climb, gonna climb that wall. I gotta climb, gonna climb, gonna climb, gonna climb that wall. I gotta climb, gonna climb, gonna climb, gonna climb that wall. Cool. You know, I didn't write this next one. It's by Ian No. And it's like a newer song that I like to cover, but I just like to sing it so much. So, yeah. Well, Irene rolled up at midnight, lit on smoke and beer. She proudly crawled to the porch and called, "Your favorite child is here." Ma asked, "Where you living? And are you living right within?" Well, she said, "With fire like a gospel choir is a saint immune to sin." Oh, Irene, she's a raving bomb. She's cutting every rug, killing every jug she comes up on. Oh, Irene, she don't believe in pain. She said to live this life, you need a half a pint just to keep you sane. Oh, just to keep you sane. Well, Irene sat down to supper, pouring Visine into her eyes. To see her trembling hand was to understand some things you can't disguise. Paul said, not for nothing. Well, you don't seem to be quite well. Irene read back with a smile and cracked, how could you ever tell? Oh, Irene, she's never lacking charm. Said I was feeling good, and in the neighborhood I mean no harm. Oh, Irene, she's a raving bomb. She's cutting every rug, killing every jug she comes up on. Oh, Irene. But Irene said, I ain't happy. Some days I wake up feeling dead. And if the sun should shine, I close my blinds, pretend it's rain instead. I took down all my mirrors, gave away all my rope and guns, passed the darkest time with some rot-gut wine, a faithful friend for one. Oh, Irene, said it's sad but true. Spite of all it brings, it's the only thing that gets me through. Yeah, Irene. She said it's sad but true. Spite of all it brings, it's the only thing it gets me through. She said it gets me through. This one's it's a real old song, and I don't remember who wrote it. I looked it up one time, but I don't know who wrote it because a lot of people sang it. And it's pretty old, It's about a guy who was in World War II, and at 22 he was like the greatest American hero, and at 32 he was dead. Yeah. Call him. No, it goes like. Call him drunken Ira Hayes. He don't answer anymore. Not the whiskey drinking Indian or the Marine who went to war. Well, he was a Pima Indian of the Gila River Band that farms the Phoenix Valley down in Arizona land. Down their ditches for 10,000 years the sparkling waters rushed, till the white man stole the water rights and all the waters hushed. Now Irish people grow hungry, and their land grows crops of weeds. But when the war came, Ira volunteered, and he forgot the white man's greed. Call him drunken Ira Hayes, he don't answer anymore. Not the whiskey drinking Indian or the Marine who went to war. And he climbed that Iwo Jima hill with 250 men, but only 27 lived to walk back down again. And when the smoke had lifted, and when Old Glory raised, the man who held her high was the Indian Ira Hayes. Ira came home a hero, celebrated across the land. He was wined and speeched and honored, and everybody shook his hand. But he was just a Pima Indian. He had no money, no home, no chance. Back home, no one cared what Ira done, just went to the Indians' dance. Call him drunken Ira Hayes, he don't answer anymore. Not the whiskey drinking Indian or the Marine who went to war. And Ira took to drinking. Jail was often his home. There they'd have him raise and lower the flag like you'd throw a dog a bone. Ira died one morning alone in the land he'd fought to save. 2 inches of water in a stinking ditch was the grave for Ira Hayes. Call him drunken Ira Hayes, he don't answer anymore. Not the whiskey drinking Indian or the Marine who went to war. Yeah, you can call him drunken. Ira Hayes, his land's still just so dry, and his ghost is lying thirsty there in that ditch where Ira died. All right. I've got a hat, I ain't got no place to hang it, got a song, but no one hears me when I sing it all alone, out on the road, my open home. Fled to the land, there was poison in the air, blood on the sand. No one could say where from or by whose hand, but like an iron band, fear held us by the throat. I had a dream, I saw man's no more than a machine that eats and drinks and shits and spits and screams, howls like a fiend, just begging to be seen. I've got a hat, I ain't got no place to hang it, got a song, but no one hears me when I sing it all alone, out on the road, my open home. I lost my way somewhere between the pines, and yesterday, if I came home, the fatted calf they'd slay. Oh, so they say, I don't know. Could it be true? Oh, shall the last be first? Could me and you inherit this whole earth? And if we do, the mighty few, where will they go? I've got a hat, I ain't got no place to hang it sides my head. I'm cursed to wander this old earth until I'm dead, and after that, maybe more. I wish you well. I don't care if there's a heaven or a hell. I do my best, I let the rest fall where it will. And always still, please know, I wish you well. I'm got a hat. I ain't got no place to hang it. Got a song, but no one hears me when I sing it all alone out on the road, my open home. All right, this will be the last one, which is good news if you're getting bored, you know. All right, here we go. Walking point, old Booker tripped a landmine. His left leg disappeared without a trace. Danny boy was just a step behind him. The shrapnel rose and hit him in the face. Well, Danny boy, he was my father's cousin. My father was the medic there that day. There was nothing he could do but save old Booker's life while watching cousin Danny slip away. Father made it home, it seemed, in one piece, but he had never really got away. The jungle left a bug that lived inside of him, and a hunger that would chisel him away. My father never talked about that landmine. When Booker told me it was far too late. But I don't think a story could have changed my mind. I think I'd have enlisted anyway. 'Cause I was young, I knew that God was real and loved me. I could tell a monster from a man. I knew that Dad would be proud of me if he could see the person that I am. Well, Richie's life was stolen in a second. A bullet entered and exited his head. And they say his heart kept beating for at least a minute more. His heart still beat, but Richie was stone dead. Everyone knew Richie, they all loved him. He was an officer I trusted with my life. And we thought that we had crossed the sea to fight the noble fight. But it was all that we could do to just survive. I can still hear Richie's voice, he's saying, "Threat confirmed, permission to engage." 3 times my finger touched the trigger, and I can't forget the look on that man's face. The others were all shadows in the darkness, far away or shrouded by the night. But when I close my eyes now, each one has a face, and they're all staring at me asking why. There could be no God who could still love me. Am I a monster or a man? Would my father be proud of me if he could see this person that I am. Well, I want my son to serve and keep tradition, but I don't want him to do the things I've done. War will tear your soul up into tiny bloody shreds. Has there ever been a war a soldier's won? My children and my wife depend upon me. For them I am the boulder in the sand. Though the waves and surf crash all around me, I remain unmoved, I am a man. Are you out there, God, and do you love me? I have been a monster and a man. Can you hear me, Father? Are you proud of me? I am the person that I am. I am this person, yes I am. I am yet a person, yes I am.